Okay, we're going to talk about drive time. And I'm going to try to make this as short as I possibly can, and my experiences and other people's experiences that I know about drive time. Okay, let's get started. Number one, drive time is a car dealership within America, the United States of America, that supplies people with a good quality vehicle at a reasonable price. Now, I didn't say the price was, the best price or anything, because some vehicles are high, and you get what you pay for. So, instead of you buying a Chevrolet HHR or a Chrysler 200 or a Dodge Dart or a Chevy Impala, and I'm talking about the new body style Impala or the Chevy Malibu or anything with Chevy's name on it that is not an older model, I have a hard time walking down that road. But you can buy whatever the hell you want. It's your money and you can do whatever you want with it. But people have been complaining about having to pay their car note every 2 weeks. I don't like doing it. I went through drive time. But you know what? Some people, like myself, we don't have a 800 credit score or anything like that. I mean, we don't have a 750 credit score or the high FICO score or whatever. We're trying to establish credit. I mean, hell, I'm almost 30 years old, and this is the first vehicle I've ever had that I'm making a payment on. And I got zero down, which is actually a shocker. So I'm happy about that. And I knew the vehicle I wanted whenever I pulled into the lot, because I went to a Mazda dealer here locally, and they wanted $2,000 down, and I told them, no, I didn't have that kind of money at the moment, which I didn't. I wanted something with zero down. They couldn't help me, so I went to drive time. And there was a 2010 Honda Civic sitting there, and it had 49,000 miles on it. Wasn't a damn thing wrong with it. I drove it, and, I noticed that the CV axles were clicking. It's when you turn and the boot has ruptured or, something like that, it starts click, 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 click on a front-wheel drive vehicle, and it has to be repaired. Well, guess what? They repaired it. I mean, so I don't fault anyone for going to drive time. I know people that have bought 2 to 3 vehicles from drive time. Are they higher than Kelley Blue Book? Yes. In some cases they are. But you're looking at it all wrong. You people out there looking at it so totally wrong. Let's say you've got a vehicle. Let's say it's worth $15,000. Okay, you notice that the price that drive time is asking is $16,200 for it. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit higher than average. Well, when you start adding the extended warranty, the gap coverage, which I highly recommend these two, and the motion GPS, because if you don't pay your car note, they're going to turn it on anyway and come get it. So, and you can't disable it, so don't tell me you can, because if you do, it'll kill the computer in the car, and you're not going to be able to drive anywhere. And even brand new car manufacturers that are putting new cars out there, like Toyota, Honda, Chevrolet, they're doing this from the factory. So, just to say drive time is doing it, no. JD Byrider's been doing it for years, and if you're 1 hour late from paying your car note, they'll shut your car off. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of the interstate or not. You have to call them and pay, and they'll cut it back on at JD Byrider. So that's why I went to drive time. I don't have to worry about that. But I've never been late on a payment. And by the time you get through with the interest rate and everything, yeah, it may seem like it's 25 grand, which that's not good, but it's not bad either. For your first car starting out, it's not going to stay that way. That's high-ass interest rate, and that high-ass interest rate is going to go away over time. It takes time for it to go away. So, what I mean by that is that, all right, over the course of almost 2 years, I've paid on my Honda Civic. Okay, and some people may say, well, that's not really a good car. My cousin has the same kind of car I've got with 750,000 miles on it, and he's only had the check engine light come on one time, and that was for the EGR valve. So, you're telling me that they're not good cars? Yeah, whatever, dude. Anyway, it's whatever you decide you want to buy. If you want to buy a POS Ford or a Kia or something like that besides a Honda or Toyota, then go ahead. I'd rather have something that's reliable and bland, that doesn't have all that sophisticated technology in it. If I wanted the technology in it, I could put it in it myself. You can go to these places and replace the radios and whatever you want to do to it. I don't need a heated steering wheel, heated seats. My butt will warm the seat up, when I get in the car. But either, just to go ahead and just clarify about the interest rate, my interest rate went from 23.5% down to 12.2% in a matter of a year and some change. And you might say, that's a long time. Well, yeah, when you're paying $205.25 every 2 weeks. And you're like, well, your note needs to go down. Your note's not going to go down. It's not going to stop until you pay the last remaining balance of the car. So if you owe $1,000 and you're paying $205.25 every 2 weeks, okay, once you get closer to that, you won't have to pay $205.25 anymore, because you'll have to pay, let's say, $124 or something like that. Let's just make something up, and that's all you got to pay, your last note. I'm just using it as an example. Your last note is usually going to be the same amount of money that you started with. So if you're paying $205.25 like me every 2 weeks, which rounds out to $410.50, then guess what? That's what you're going to pay the last month that you pay on that car note. And, you know, people have told me that DriveTime has called them to get them to come down there and get another vehicle. For zero down, any vehicle on the lot, for zero down. I got zero down the first time, and I'll probably go back to DriveTime. Yes, it's high interest rates, but you know what? They've been good to me, man. I can't say nothing bad about everybody else out there that don't know what the hell they're talking about, but me personally, I've had a great experience with DriveTime, and I've had absolutely no problems whatsoever with calling the extended warranty company to get them to fix my car if anything happens. You know, my AC, it didn't go out, but one of the relays that controlled the AC compressor and the AC and everything had went out. And my deductible in network is $100. My deductible out of network, like the dealer, is $200. So I took it to the in network, and it cost me $100. They fixed it right then and there. I haven't had no more problems out of it. That's it. They said putting brakes on it. And you might say, why did you have to put brakes on it if the car only had this amount of miles on it and all this stuff? I drive a lot. I've got almost 80,000 miles on that car, and I haven't even had it 2 years yet. So I drive a lot because of my job. And I've had Fords, I've had Chevys in the past, and I'll never own another American-made car again. I'm going to stay with Honda as long as I am breathing on this earth, because they have done nothing to me except prove to me that they are the superior automobile. That's my personal opinion. You can, buy whatever you like. I don't care. But I'm not buying anything but a Honda. Or if I decide to, I'll buy a Toyota. I mean, I want to buy something that's tried and true, not something that's going to break down on me. You people are thinking that DriveTime don't take care of their cars. They do take care of their cars. They can't help the fact that maybe some things got missed from quality control. You can't find every bug in the system every single go-around. So, I mean, faulting DriveTime is just stupid. You decided to drive that POS off the lot instead of doing research like you were supposed to do. It's not DriveTime's fault, it's your fault. I don't have good credit, but when I went to DriveTime, they were so nice to me. And they even wanted me to look at a bigger car besides my Honda Civic, and I told them no. I says no. And a lot of people say, well, it's a lot of high mileage vehicles. A lot of these vehicles are fleet vehicles. You know, they've got newer vehicles on the lot, 2014, 2015 vehicles that's got 20-something thousand miles on them. So I don't know where you're getting this BS from. You're talking about vehicles that's probably like 09, 10, stuff like that. Buy a Toyota or a Honda, you won't have that problem. You'll have that car over 1 million miles. I'm just saying, buy what you like, but stop blaming the dealership because you're too stupid to put two and two together. Have a good day.